Hi, teenagers, young people, thank you for coming back again and again and again. Thank you for listening to these episodes, and I hope and I pray that it is a blessing for you. I'm going to share something that's very, very important in today's context, especially the post pandemic context that we are in. We are slowly trying to get out and meet our friends, get into some of our routines. And again, on the other side, they are saying, hey, there's another variant, and maybe it's not as strong as the previous variant, but there are people who are getting sick and having all of those doubts. Will my future will become something? Will I do something? Will I be able to move forward? I just want to say something that's very, very crucial. Very, very crucial. At a time like this, you know what you and I are called to do, what you and I are need to do. I use two words. We are called to do and need to do. Now, let me just talk about the calling. You and I are called, God has called us to be encouragers. He has called us to be encouragers. We need to encourage others. Sometimes, it happens sometimes, many times with me, not sometimes, many a times. I look at someone, I'm quickly able to spot out the mistake, spot out something that's not working, rather spotting out something that's very good. Now, can we see the good in our friends, good in the things around us, and encourage them? I know when I say this, one of the teenagers recently sent me a message and said, Sir, what you said was right. What you're saying is right. I need to encourage, but then I'm the one who's encouraging all the time. They don't encourage me, they put me down all the time, and they begin to find mistakes with me all the time. That's okay. That's okay. But can you be that encourager? And you know what? When you are going to be an encourager, please understand that. They will understand that foundation. What's the foundation? I am called to be an encourager. I am in this world, and one of my calling, there are several callings over our lives, but one of my calling is to be an encourager. And when you are an encourager, your friend will come seeking you. When they will come to you, you know why they would come to you? They know the other places they would not get that encouragement. When they come to you, maybe, have you seen sometimes your friends call you up and just say, hey, I would like to just talk to you, I'd just like to spend some time with you? Why? What it is? They may not openly express. Sometimes in our Indian context, we don't express so much, we don't express it very transparently. So maybe you're wondering, why are they? Maybe they feel very encouraged. Maybe you say some things that really encourage them. Maybe they're losing their faith in something. Maybe their emotions are down a little bit. Their spirit is down a little bit. Maybe you coming alongside and encouraging them. So remember the first thing, we are called. There is one of the calling over our lives. We are called to be encouragers in so many different ways. See, that was a very difficult thing for me. Very, very difficult thing for me. I'm changing, I'm still changing, God is still working in me, but I've slowly begun to encourage. Why? Encouragement is so critical. The second very important thing, the need of the hour is the need for encouragement. There are a lot of criticisms. There are lots of doubts. There are lots of negativity. There's a lot of negative talk. There's a lot of wrong things being said, a lot of gossips. Everything is there. First, I said it's a calling. It's a calling, one of the calling over our lives to be encouragers. Two, the need of the hour is to encourage. The need of the hour is to encourage. I have something very interesting, I'm not going to read it to you. It's an old inland letter. I don't know whether you even remember this inland letter. This is a letter written by one of the young person from one of the place, I don't know whether should I say it. Okay, maybe I'll say it. From a place called Gujarat. And he had written this in Hindi. And he had written this because I had spoken somewhere and this person felt very encouraged. And this person thought, this person should encourage and would. And those days, one of the things that I would do, which I'm not doing these days, with now it's all WhatsApp and phones and all of that. But one of the things that I would do is to write letters. And what I get letters back from different young people, So this is probably in 2002, maybe 2002. So 20 years, maybe this letter is 20 years old. 2002, I still remember this person writing this letter. And it was such an encouragement, because those days you finish a program, and after you finish a program, you begin to walk in a different place, and then you begin to go on to a different place, and you don't hear anything. These days it's instant. When you finish a program, somebody sends you a message, somebody sends you a comment, on Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or any of those social media places. Quickly they connect with you to encourage you, or you can encourage them and you can help them, cheer them on. Those days it was very rare. But to see this young boy, this boy was just about, I think, 13 or 14 years old. This boy pick up an inland letter and to write a full letter, somewhere deep inside, I believe this boy, I don't know where this boy is right now, but this boy was called to be an encourager. This boy understood that calling to be an encourager. It was not, sometimes the letters come and the letters always talk about, I'm like this, I'm in a difficult situation like this, so I might need some money, or I might need some help and things like that. This letter was not something of that sort. This letter was a letter that said, I really want to encourage you because you lifted my day. I was losing hope, and I have come to a place where I'm going to take up my life, and one day I will see you. I don't know where this friend is. See, we are called to be encouragers. Two things that I said. We are called to be encouragers. Two, the need of the hour today is to encourage. I'll leave you with this paradigm. The paradigm is this. If you don't step out to encourage others, don't expect others to encourage you. I'll say that again. If we don't step out and encourage others, let us not expect others to encourage us. What we do is going to get back. We are called to be encouragers, and the need of the hour is to be an encourager. Not negativity, not gossip, not criticisms. No. Encouragement. To encourage someone with something that they are doing, to encourage them about something that they did to you, to encourage them with their field that they are in, to encourage them with something that they are working very hard. Somebody to come alongside. What is that encouragement is? That encouragement is getting alongside someone and just saying, hey, come on, you're very good, you're amazing, you're doing great. Hey, I'm so inspired by you, just want to encourage you. What you're doing is great. Do something to encourage. Remember two things. We are called to be encouragers, and the need of the hour is to encourage someone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming and attending these sessions. Thank you for clicking the link. Share it with some of your friends who needs this episode. Maybe some of your friends might be needing this episode. Send this episode to them. Thank you. Thank you for being there.